There's one important thing there's probably a lot of important things, but there's one extremely important thing that I did not learn in seminary. I went to Dallas Theological Seminary and also Trinity Evangelical Divinity School. Great opportunities, great experiences, wonderful friends, terrific professors, lots of good things to say. There's one thing about studying the Bible that I never heard. It was assumed, bad assumption. Even in the class on Bible study methods and hermeneutics, we didn't talk about it. We talked rather about the process of observing the text, interpreting the text, applying and correlating the text, the so-called inductive method of Bible study. And if you're interested in my critique and my concerns about the inductive method of Bible study, you can go to moreengaging.com, find my email, write me a note, and I'll send that article to you. Anyway, the assumption was this. If you just bombard the text, looking carefully, observing what you see there, what you should see there, I should say, and then interpret it based on those observations and then apply accordingly, that's the way to do good Bible study. Unfortunately, it assumed and left out a very significant piece that the church fathers for hundreds of years said was indispensable to Bible study. And that is, are we willing to obey what we actually see? Because if we're unwilling to obey, it's going to limit what we see. And I think in the modern era, we find that kind of subjective and, too mystical and whatever. But for hundreds of years, the leading Bible scholars of the church said that our willingness to obey is going to affect what we actually see. So that was a huge assumption that was made at Dallas Seminary and elsewhere, and probably continues to this day as far as I know, because I haven't heard that emphasis being mentioned. But hopefully it's mentioned at least in church history classes. But that dramatically affects how we study the Bible. Are we really willing to obey what it says?